And we're back. What's going on? It's me and my main man P, Patrick and G on Fix My Fork. How you been? Like literally, tell me, not you, Pat, but them. How you been? Really? Oh, that's interesting. Hit us up and talk all about it. How you been, Pat?
I'm good.
You looking good, man. I see you done dropped a couple pounds. You know what I mean?
I'm excited. Actually, I gained 2 pounds.
Oh, you gained it.
Gained 2 pounds, but it's okay. It's been, winter started 3 months ago. If I only gained 2 pounds in 3 months, that happens. And daylight savings time is tomorrow. Starts getting warmer here in the Northeast, so we're going to get back to exercising, losing that weight.
Catfishing. You had a black shirt on last that won't get slim, man.
Yeah, that's probably what happened, but it's all good. I'll tell the truth, that happens in life, right? You gain a little weight, but you can lose it. But I haven't changed my diet. I'm still eating the right way and doing what I'm supposed to do. So,
listen, 2 pounds during the winter months is exceptional. You know, today I call this segment, and I ain't even mentioned it to Pat. This is a rude awakening. This segment right here is called Rude Awakening. Let me tell you why. How you define rude awakening? Me, it's when you dreaming and you wake up in a cold sweat. You just had darn near nightmare. You know, It's a rude awakening. And also, when you get on the scale. Hey, man, because I've been a bad boy. You know what I mean? Last time we talked about what I was going to do, the plan of action, you know, and all that. And I think I said I gained 30 pounds on the last segment. Well, you could add 4 more to it. I'm 34 back on the scale. And my A1C is going in the wrong direction. And see, this is a part of the Fix My Fork journey. Transparency, honesty, you know, because I can't help you if I can't help myself. So I felt like, you know, the superhero, man, is failing, you know what I mean? They got the bat signal out, but I can't find my cape, you know what I mean? So it's time right now to reset and tell you where I went wrong. Because I know the data. I knew it every time, you know, from yesterday to this morning to 3 months ago and beyond. I know the data, you know,
right.
Because I'm in control of this situation. So I just want to talk about how I got to where I got. But before that, what can you say besides you being on your diet has contributed to your weight gain?
Eating things that not on the diet, you know, right. You had that. I ate a pretzel, I had some bread, different things like that. Stuff that I haven't been eating will definitely cause you to not. Now, I haven't eaten a lot of it, but I've had some.
Okay.
You know, so I know that. I acknowledge it. I looked at the scale. I wasn't surprised. I actually expected it. Okay. So, and when I saw it, I said, okay. And so for me, it's just validation of what I'm doing, right? If I'm stay away from those foods, that weight stays off. If you eat those foods, it comes back on you. You don't exercise, the weight comes on you. You know, so there's all those things you have to do. And like you said, it's all about being transparent. I could have lied and said, oh, no, I'm fine. I lost 5 pounds. Well, what's the point in doing that? Mm-hmm. You can't lie to yourself, and your body will tell you, put my shirt on. It felt a little tight. I'm like, oh, what's going on? That's what made me get on the scale, right? So, So you have to be honest with yourself and course correct. You know, it's not a linear, straight up, you know, there's going to be ups and downs on this journey, right? Just as in life. There's always ups and downs, and just got to face them, know what it is, and refocus, you know, and just keep going. You know, you're going to go to a party and they're going to have food. You're going to eat stuff that you're not supposed to eat that's not on your diet, right? Hopefully you don't go crazy, but it happens, you know.
That's well said, you know. And I'm quite sure that all of you can speak similar situations. After the holiday, you put on a couple pounds. That's why we talk about the New Year's resolution, as I talked about before in the previous segment. But, man, I haven't reset yet, honestly. And 5.8 was my previous A1C, and now 6.1. So I'm still in the pre-diabetic, but I was 2 numbers away from not having diabetes, not even being a pre. Mm-hmm. And now I'm, 5 again. I'm up 3 notches. And I know I can reverse it, I know what to do. But to be honest, and that's why I'm not, I've been in a funky mood lately. It's just because I'm disappointed in myself, right? I that holiday really got me, or then was it just me, being me? Because we could blame it on but being committed to this thing, you should be able to roll through any season, any holiday, and just remain the same. So we can't mentally, or at least I can't make mental excuses for a setback, right? I did, and I used to tell my doctor this. I would go in, and as the numbers were getting higher, and I was increasing the insulin, and she was looking at me, and she had that look like, Eugene, what's going on? And I said, Doc, I'm doing exactly what I want to do. Not to be sarcastic or smart like that, but I was doing what I wanted to do. So when I wanted to change it, I changed it. Today, let me just get real with you. The holidays is over. Last segment we talked about the holidays. Now I was ready to come in here and be like, guess what? I lied. No, I gained 4 more pounds, 8, and the numbers went up 3. And just yesterday, I went to the bakery, the bagel spot on the corner, and I bought 4 vanilla muffins. Now I know you shocked because I didn't tell you this. We just freestyled this, right? He looking at me like, hey man, is the camera rolling? so here it is. I bought 2 for my parents to justify the 2 that I was going to buy for myself, right? So I gave it to my parents. They thanked me for them.
They got the 2.
They got their 2. And they got their 2. And they seeing this, they know they got theirs. But what they didn't know was I had 2 in the car that I started, nibbling on. Because I don't try to take my food in the house because if I do, I eat it all. I can't control it. And I'm too lazy to go back out to the car to get it. So that's my method. If I'm driving and I break a piece off and I spill a crumb, it's a mental thing, man. You got to set these things up. Like if I drop a crumb in the car, I don't feel like cleaning it up. I don't want my car to be messy. So I wrap it back up, and set it. But if I eat it neater, I might eat a little bit more. I know it's weird, but it's my thing. So I knocked off them 2. This was just yesterday. So I'll say, because I know now y'all really looking at me like, wait a minute, he ate 2 muffins in one day? It was
vanilla muffins, but what kind? Was it?
It was straight vanilla. Wasn't no vegan. Wasn't no diet. It was vanilla muffin, oversized muffin, like the size you get from Costco's and BJ's, but from a real person that bakes. Not that they're not real bakers in those stores, but they seem to taste not as authentic.
Right? You didn't get I went off to the shelf like.
Yeah. I don't know how much better that is. It was better tasting, but it probably was the same as going to Costco's or BJ's. Because they make very tasty muffins, I might add, but they don't taste as good. It's a word I'm looking for, but...
Appetizing?
No, yeah, they just don't taste as good as... They use a lot of ingredients by bulk, right? And then the personal bakeries use the better butters, the better flour, so they seem to use better ingredients. So this bakery that I go to, which is a bagel spot, they got a baker in there, and she bakes these muffins. And they were there for a long time. Cookies was also there at the point of sale. You looking at them, and you like, I came to get wheat bagel, no butter, fried egg, no, and that was it. But then when I see those muffins, I had to have them. When I had one, and I've been seeing the muffins for, let's say, a year. And I never got one until that one time. And then when it was on. So I ate the 2 yesterday, and I'm kind of surprised, man. I threw off the bottom of one. So the overlapping piece.
The muffin top.
Right, they quick crispy and they crystallize on the top. So I ate the whole first one, and the second one I nibbled on. And I broke the bottom off and immediately trashed it so I wouldn't eat all of it because I just wanted the crispy parts.
With all the sugar and everything on it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he mentioned that first. But today I went in and I got 2 more.
What?
Hey man, listen, man.
You got triggered.
We listen and we don't judge. Right? Went in and got 2 more. In fact, I got 3. I got 2 vanilla, 1 blueberry, and 2 oatmeal cookies.
Let me see your car keys.
No, wait. See, they get my keys. They in the car. Right. I took one in the house, with two in the, 1.5, almost one in the car, and I have no more cookies. I gave one cookie to my wife, and I ate a cookie. Now be mindful. I didn't eat any food. I had a little turkey bacon and 3 eggs this morning, and I haven't eaten anything because I know that I've been nibbling on sugar, right? And the reason why I'm being so transparent with this is because food addiction. We need to do a whole month about food addiction, man, literally, because I mean, people don't really understand it like I understand it, and if they do, they just not being honest about it. So
maybe they don't know what it is either, though.
Yeah,
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
maybe we need to talk about it.
Yeah, and I think so because I didn't want to do today. I was disappointed in myself, and I was tired. I've been getting peaks with my sugar, and you could feel it coming down. Coming down is that feeling of like, and people could see it. They know that you just had all this energy. You was rowdy about 15 minutes ago, and then all of a sudden you got quiet. And if people are really observant of you, they start saying, "Is you all right? Everything all right?" And you know what's going on. You just went through this yesterday and the day before. Your sugar,
crashing.
Yeah, right? It was crashed. And your numbers elevated so high, and now you got the crash.
Mm-hmm.
So after the crash happens, 15, 20 minutes, half hour after that, then you back to being energized, right? And I've been repeating this cycle for weeks and weeks and weeks. So now that the surprise is there and your mouth is wide open, give me a second, man, to process this and talk off camera, because Pat got he kicking me under the table darn near, because he's like, man, this ain't what I thought we was doing. And we're going to show you how to get back on. Yeah, we're going to get back on board. But give us a second. Let us talk a little bit. And we're going to come back with the formula on how we get back and address this rude awakening here on Fix My Fork. Don't go nowhere.
Okay, we're back. We're going to finish talking about the subject of food. What do you call that?
Food addiction.
Food addiction. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on what I was eating today, man, because I tell you, I got to do this for myself. And then I'm always, I've been going through a lot of things with juicing and also making smoothies. Now, juicing is something that you don't want to really do if you're a diabetic and it's a serious situation for you, like you're on medicine and insulin. You want to be careful with juicing. And you see them, I wear my fit for the day, getting juicy with it as I inspire people to drink more natural juice, especially the kids. It's just something that I'm really pushing for Fix My Fork, as getting juicy with it. Nah. Oh, Will, I ain't take that from you, man. I just changed the line a little bit, right? So when I was doing the smoothies and the juices, and you got to watch this, because if you have allergies, well, I tell you, I'm allergic to pollen, birch, ragweed, everything under the sun, the soil. And so there was some cross-pollination factors happening when I was consuming raw fruits and vegetables. So I pretty much had to put it down for just a second. But I know what to eat, protein and vegetable, and anything cooked will decrease the pollen in the food count. So if you're experiencing, man, get yourself checked out. Just know what you did, know what your body is doing, so you can be very clear on what you're consuming.
Let's elaborate on that for a second. Yeah. When you say get yourself checked out, you're talking about having an allergy test, or you're talking about getting a blood test, know your A1C, like do all of those
all things? Of the above. If your vision is impaired, if your urine is sticky, if you're experiencing fatigue, if you're overweight,
headaches,
headaches is one of them. Look up side effects from diabetes. Pre-diabetes. It's multiple resources and information that you can get out there to let you know that it's age. And in fact, some of the inserts, the commercials that I showed during the cooking show, which I also will show on this podcast, there are some pre-requirements, things that you can follow, the guidelines. And if you have these things, if you check off the list on the screen, then you pretty much know that you need to be getting checked just to see if you get. And age, one thing about the requirements, it says at a certain age and a certain body mass, but I'm finding that kids are getting diabetes too at the ages of 6, 7, 8, and diabetes is getting younger and younger because it's all the processed foods and the sugars that they consume.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to get that checked out. But what I was saying also to add to that is having allergies when you need to consume fruits and vegetables. And that's what I want to talk about, this book right here, The Nutritarian Diet from Dr. Joel Fuhrman. I'll hold it up in a second, but I was telling people about this book that, there's hundreds of thousands of testimonies that come from this man being able to reverse diabetes through this nutritarian diet. And basically, I'm not no gatekeeper. I wanted people to read this book, because you got a copy. A couple of my friends I've asked to get a copy of it because I could loan you my book, but if you buy it yourself, then you invest in that time and energy into yourself, and you're pretty much gonna read it. And so this book told me everything that I needed to consume to reverse not only the diabetes, but it said the weight loss would happen, but it was fit for diabetics. This was designed for diabetes. Mm-hmm. And people have reduced cholesterol and high blood pressure and lost mass amounts of weight on this nutritarian diet. So if you look at it, I'm going to show it to you now, but I said enough about it and you want to zoom on into it. This right here is something great for your library. If you're a book reader, if it's an audio thing, look it up on the audio and play it while you're jogging, riding, whatever you're doing. You can hold it. They can zoom it in, man. They got cameras, phones, and if you're on the TV, get close up. And I'll also put it down. I'll put a link. I did it in one of the previous shows I did. Matter of fact, my last one I did in the kitchen when I was cooking the stir fry. I talked about it. And then we put a little description down at the bottom of the segment if you want to go. Because season 2 is up and running. For those that are following me on Fix My Fork, we're going to have Pat in the kitchen because he could put it down. But he bakes. I'm going to tell you right now, a pie, I don't want him to read my lips. He bakes a sweet potato cheesecake, bro. Stay away from that. But he does. He makes interesting meals because that's something we have accountability for each other, trying to find foods that are good. And then when we do have these gatherings, introduce people to some vegetarian options. Right. But let's get, because it's time to reset and it's not time to play. I talked about making this show entertainment. I talk about the purpose driven. I'm not here to entertain y'all, but some things, because we're not reading from a script, are going to just come out funny, because we real people, man, and we like to have fun. But diabetes is not. I'm darn near, if I was 5 numbers away from not being a pre-diabetic, now I'm just 3 numbers away from now potentially need medicine again. Mm-hmm. So it's time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I done got all the grace that I can. Time to buckle down and get serious. My parents still need me. And after they see this, I got to answer to them. I got to look them in. I see them 3 days a week, and I got to walk into their house and they going to give me we sing your show, but what you going to do? Because they're going to worry about me. My wife is going to worry about me. And then some of my friends is worried about me too. But I got this. I'm doing exactly what I want to do. And now I'm getting ready to put up, and shut up. And I'm getting ready to put up now. At this time, I'm getting ready to count it down and put it on the table. So you're going to see the weight loss. You're going to see the numbers improve. And I will show you my paperwork, because that's one thing my doctor said. I was seeing an integrative medicine doctor, and she told me, Eugene, from the looks of things, you don't look as healthy as you are. And when she got the paperwork in, she said, you got to show the public this. Mm-hmm. They ain't going to believe this. Because normally somebody my size come in there, it's all out of whack. But my blood work.
What you mean as far as like your cholesterol?
Yeah, everything, man. Like I don't have high cholesterol. I don't have hypertension. Mm-hmm. I got this lingering, this because of what I eat. Man, I'm still 300 334 pounds. Did y'all hear that? Yeah, 334 pounds. That was $299. Once I hit that $299, I seen two, I celebrated. I don't think I told him that. I was partying, man. I was going around saying, man, I'm $299, I'm $299, man. Yeah, I'm back. I'm never going to see three again. 334. I slipped and bumped my head.
It's a minor setback. Ain't nothing that can't be adjusted.
Yeah, but reality is, if I keep doing what I'm doing, it's not going to adjust. You really got to say to yourself, hey, man, you in the danger zone, and I was counting. I remember when it was just 312 and 317. Then it was 323. I was like, oh, I'm going to catch it now. Now I'm 323. That's it for me. I'm done, And 2 weeks later, I was like, wait a minute. I went to a doctor's office that had a floor scale, and it said 334. And I said, that scale off. I know darn well I just was weighing 323, And then the next day, I had another doctor's appointment at Penn, and they had one of them professional scales, one of them good ones. You can tell them.
Yeah.
And that's 334 on the dot. I was like, okay, this is for real, So now I know it's time. We're going to catch the springtime, We're going to jump right in. We're going to exercise and do everything that we need to do because this can get out of control real fast. So what we're going to talk about next, besides this book and what you should have, how do you get back? What's your plan of action? Do you have one? Because you only gained 2 pounds. I'm jealous. No, I'm jealous, man.
Well, of course I had a game plan to stay strict on my diet, right? Knowing what I'm supposed to eat in the morning, some fruit for me, or eggs and some sort of protein. But normally I've been eating fruit. That was my main thing when I was losing all the weight. So get back to that. Lunchtime is salad and some sort of protein, and then for dinner is vegetable and some protein, and that's it. I don't snack in between. If I do get hungry, I was eating nuts and all that, but see, I didn't, when I was losing those weight in the first 3 months, I didn't snack at all. Mm-hmm. And I just lost weight. So I don't know if the snacking is contributing to it, when I'm eating like maybe some peanuts or some nuts. I know some peanuts have fat in them, but so I'm just going to stay away from all that. Just stay strict in my diet. It's getting warmer. It was so cold here, it was not comfortable to go walking outside, but now I'm going to start walking again. It's going to be like in the 60s and 70s, which is great. And it's beginning of March. So we got plenty of time to get myself till June to see where I'm at as far as
So you pretty much gonna go off of the things I told you
the
before.
diet,
Yeah, and again, a play on words. I don't like to call nothing a diet. This is a way of life, but diet is fine, whatever people want to say. Because eventually diet, they end and but your habits, your behaviors don't. They will never leave you. Food addiction never leaves you. You just control it. Mm-hmm. So instead of controlling your symptoms and your diseases with medication, you need to control the mental symptom. That's the issue. If you don't change that formula, shots, surgeries, pills, you could do all of that in diets. And then if you don't change the mindset, as soon as you stop those things,
comes right back.
That weight be right back on you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I'm going to show you. Because I've been yo-yoing so many years in my life, I'm going to just help. Wintertime, you ain't got to walk outside. You find yourself somewhere indoor, even if it ain't a gym. There is a mall. They still exist while they're still around.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be, I don't know what the nearest mall to you may be. Ours is King of Prussia. Willow Grove, matter of fact, right here, that's still open. And you can go up there and you just walk. You you park your car at the beginning of the mall and you walk, you understand? And if you're an outside person, if you have to have it, find yourself a clear parking lot, where they plow. Supermarkets, you understand? And I don't care, Walmart is a very good place, right? And you just bundle up and you walk You don't make excuses. I believe Goggins, what was the boy name? David Goggins. I'm not sure about the first
I
name.
remember that.
Yeah, he's somebody, man, who talk about, I don't know if he was raised by drill sergeants in his life or whatever, but he's a man that don't play. It's now. It ain't no excuses mentally. When it's time to get it, it's time to get it. But if you want to do what you want to do, then you're gonna be where you are, because that's where that's where I am, and that's what I understand, bro. When I go to the market, I know that I talk about the muffins, right, and the cookies. But when I go to the market, I know what I'm not gonna buy. I know which aisle I'm gonna stay away from. It's the mental, and you got to be strong up here.
Most definitely.
I think that just by the addiction and the feel for sugar, the desire for it, I know that there's some things I talk about this often, and I know I'm fumbling a little bit, but I don't have an in between. I don't have I don't think you should play with that. If you have an addiction, you shouldn't do things in moderation. I believe that's just sometimes that could be a crutch and an access. That's a gateway to reactivating your addiction. I believe I'm either all the way in or all the way out. And when I go in, I go in. I'm exercise champion of the world. You know what I mean? I'm eating the right things. You can't even. The people around me start knowing me when I go to the gatherings. They be like, "Don't even ask him, because he's not believe me." And I bring my own food.
Well, that's good though.
Yeah, and that's good to know, because that whole season that I had here, that football season, that really let me know, man. Because even my cholesterol, even though it's not high, it went to the higher side of the scale. It's still normal, but I know that certain things that I ate changed my numbers.
Of course, right.
So I know now I got to get off of that, and it ain't no more playing. So I sat on the bed today, and I looked at my wife, and I told her, I said, "Listen, I'm tired. I'm tired of the sugar swings, and I kind of feel bad about myself. I don't feel handsome and sexy no more. You know what I mean? And by the way, I'm still, a looker, but I just feel like I can improve on my version of me in the mirror. Who cares about what the public think, right? This is about health, longevity, a quality of life, and feeling good about yourself, and that's where it starts. So enough talk. I want to tell you what my game plan is, what I plan to do, where I'm gonna start, and how I'm gonna conquer this, and how hopefully you're gonna get on board, because I'm gonna be what I already call myself. I'm no doctor, but I'm just the living proof. I'm the vessel that you can actually see that has done it. And how inspiring is this at this weight not to have diabetes? And if I could just lose the rest of the weight, then I think I could put a lot more people on board. So just a couple of seconds, we're going to get right back to you. We're going to tell you my game plan to get back. And we're going to mark our calendars. We're going to tell you what the day is, the time is, and I'm going to tell you 3 months from now, I'm going to get my doctor, my blood work. I'm going to show you my old blood work, and I'm going to pull up my new. And I'm going to show you in just 3 months how you can significantly change your whole situation. Don't go nowhere, but if you do, we're going to be sitting here waiting for you to get back on Fix My Fall.
We'll be right back. Okay, so we're back from break, and we're going to continue where we left off. So go ahead, Gene, let's finish up.
Yeah, I was talking about a plan of action for me, and it ain't no secret, man. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's my back utility belt. Now, only reason I pull this book out, and I'm going to tell you why. This is my plan of action. High nutrient based diet, talking about the nutritarian diet, higher micronutrients. I'm tired of the highs and lows, everything's shifting. This is everything you need to know. Like, it has recipes in here. And also you can look it up online as far as more recipes to eat. I know what to eat. I've given you what to eat. I've given different people what to eat. That shows significant. This broadened my horizon. and I say that because sometimes you don't want to think about it. I can be mundane about what I eat. Everything is just routine. I just eat the same thing, eat the same thing. I will say this. There's a couple things that I will encourage people to add to their diet that really are like the metformin and the Ozempics of the world, certain foods. One is bitter melon. That's something that just is significant. Look it up. Remember, be your own advocate. Bitter melon, any way you want to consume it. I've even seen people juice it. That's what I'm going to start doing when I'm okay to juice again, the bitter melon. But until then, I do it in my stir fry, cut it up, put a little water in the pan, season it up, salt, pepper, garlic, whatever you prefer. And the bitter melon, you want to get that in you. Everybody think about the soursop leaves and all that. That's a good thing, soursop tea, but also okra water. Now, I know it's disgusting. Some people like okra fried. They like it in gumbo. They can eat it. But if you do it in water, and that's another thing. If you're on any type of medications because of the vitamin K that the okra water provides, you need to make sure that your doctor say you're okay. Because if you're on any type of blood thinners or any of that nature, and I'm not sure about any other medicines, but I know certain medicines mine didn't pair with, but okra water is a significant source of controlling the diabetes. And I'm talking about almost reversing it. And this science has been proven for multiple years. They used to use this, and then they got away from it when all of this medicine started coming in. They stopped introducing these holistic remedies that we originated. This was the medicines before medicine became medicine. So I would encourage people to add that to their diet. But there's no rhyme or reason. There's no game plan other than to stick to a script. All the research I did before talked about staying away from certain carbs, but fruits you can consume. When I say get juicy with it, remember, if you're diabetic, this is something that you want to stay away from because juice will spike your sugar real fast. But, if you are pre-diabetic or if you're not a diabetic, you're encouraging a diabetic, you can drink juice, that's fine. But what you want to do is not even in a smoothie. You want to consume your fruits as best you can in a whole form. Do not eat fruit. You understand it? When they say don't eat fruit, don't listen to that. Your fruit bypasses the pancreas, right? It will give you a false positive, right? It will spike the blood sugar on your monitors. But I'm telling you right now, the pancreas is not counting it. And it's going to be what's part of the healing process. I know I may sound crazy to some who would suggest, no, that's wrong information. That's why I say I'm no doctor. I'm no doctor. But you look it up. Just look it up. Because I think if a lot of people, if they took away the fear of eating fruit, they would see that you can attest to it. Hey, they told Pat not to eat fruit.
100%.
Right.
That was the thing that helped me to lose all the weight.
Right.
Eating fruit every day.
Right.
So definitely.
Yeah, and I also told him about, because he was doing the smoothies too. And when you see those numbers spike up, sometimes people could be, they a little scared. They like, wait a minute. I know people who've healed diabetes. I'm talking about right now, to this day, I know personal people who have healed diabetes on an all fruit fast. All they consume was fruits. And that's another level to this, because beyond food addiction, there's generational eating. We are what our families taught us to be. So you eat foods, you consume them. But I eventually would love to be just a fruitivore. I think that we were designed to eat fruits. And I want you to do this study too. Just add this to your list. Fruits, because of importation, they changed certain vegetables that they describe as vegetables are originally fruits. Fruits is anything that bears a seed. So a tomato is a fruit. Avocado is a fruit. So when they say an all fruit diet, you have to understand that you need to do the research, because the information is out there and it's free. Find out what the fruits are, and you can live off of fruit, nuts, berries, seeds. You know, you want to incorporate those things. So that's what I did to reverse my diabetes before. I was raw vegan. So I didn't cook anything. You know, I ate everything in the raw form because that's where the micronutrients. But again, when you get into allergies and all of those things, sometimes they can be tricky. Back when I tried this before eating raw, I wasn't trying to reverse diabetes. I was just doing it as a diet. There wasn't as many raw vegan recipes out like there are now. So between what's that thing, Pinterest and Google, or you can just look up some information on recipes.
Instagram too, right?
Yeah, Instagram especially, and you got a lot of people that are doing it visually that can show you. There's so many recipes out here. If you get out of your traditional way of cooking, you will learn to consume foods. And this is the good start. That's what I'm saying. Back here, you get to the back, you got a whole bunch of recipes. And then you can go online, because I forget what year he put this book out, but since then, on his website, he has a lot of recipes additional. So there's no excuses. You know, if you want to follow something, traditionally, get away from the foods that you were accustomed to, that you learned as a child and you grew up in your adult years, and you start eating all those type foods. You gotta know what's making you sick, and it's not just sugar. Meaning, some things that are sweet. There's sugars in breads. I mentioned that before, that people had a false perception of where sugar comes from. Sugar and alcohol, beer, whatever you drink, but it's a lot of things that contain sugar. I would say start right there and then watch my progress. Because the more I'm in the kitchen, the more I'm going to show you the healthy meals and alternatives that you can eat. So if you're not listening to us on the podcast, just follow the show. And this is getting ready to get more intense too. It's going to be times I'm going to have books out. I'm going to be reading right out of it. I'm going to have paperwork in front of me because I'm going to be reading over it. I ain't trying to do this thing all from the muscle memory and all of that and impress you with my words and none of that. It's actions. That's what I want to improve on, is showing you through lifestyle that you can actually transition and change your diabetes. And what more better person than a person that's telling you that, man, I failed again. If I'm being graded today, I failed. I gained 3 points and 34 pounds, and it ain't looking too good. At least not as good as I am. So I will tell you this, he got a headache. Hey, listen, I'm going to be so serious about this because I love me and I love y'all. And I promise you, I'm not going to let myself down. And my higher power, God, Christ, because that's who I claim, he has helped me this far, and he's going to be right by my side. So I don't know about you. That's what I need, because I don't have the control all the time. I know I got to get from a helpful source to help me get control of my own life. So I'm sorry if I offended you, but I'm just going to be clear. I needed that in my life. And I don't know what it is that you may need, but I'm hoping that you find that it factor and that you fix your fork. And I'm here that if you can't do it, between me and Pat, you inbox us. We will gladly start up a conversation. We will have an upcoming storefront where we will be doing consultations or one-on-ones to really meet and greet people and get real personal about their journey to fixing their fork. We will have classes, or you can get with us individually. But give me 3 months. Just give me 3 months, and I'm going to show you how to fix your fork, one fork at a time. Until next time, man. Hey, man, you got any closing words you want to say to the public, Pat? Any promises that you want to make? You want to make this a competition?
Well, yes, we do. You want to know what's today's date?
Ooh.
Today is March 7th, so 2026. So 3 months from now, June 7th, 2026, we should see some weight loss. Now, you say you're 334. I know I'm at 215. So my A1C, I had my last test 3 months ago. So no, a little bit more than that. So I have my paperwork from my last A1C, but I'll have another test in May. So I will tell you in June how much it changed from my last one to this one. And it's going down from where it was a year ago. And I even have that one. So I can show you real progress in a year. I can show you 3 months, 6 months, and then a year. And I think you'll be impressed with what you can do. And it's all about eating right. That's the number one thing. You have to eat right, fix your head too. That's probably more important. Not is just as important, because if you see food and you want to eat it, you got to tell your mind, I can't eat that. And you're going to have temptation. So there's no way around that. You're going to see that donut.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to drive by a store and be like, ooh, let me go get a donut. That's going to happen. And then you're going to feel like crap afterwards, which is what I found out when I had that craving at one time. And that craving helped me, though, because I said, I don't want to feel that no more.
Physically and mentally, you're going to feel bad. Physically and mentally. And that's a combination of destruction. So we're going to have a competition, an accountability competition, because we both had it for the same results, but just to encourage each other and say how much, well, I did a little bit more than you did, but guess what? We both won at the end of the day.
That's right.
So it's a healthy accountability competition. Well, look, so we're going to see what we're going to do. We're going to bring the scales out. We're going to step on them. We're going to show you, because I'll be talking, man, but I want you to see what's going on. 334. You'll see it no more. Give me 3 months. We'll talk to you. Until then, whatever you do, be blessed, stay strong, stay laser focused, and fix your fork. Peace.
Peace.